I mean, your guys' size around the lineup really is a really good match to be playing man-to-man switching because it kind of prevents those mismatches. I mean, what do you think? Is that kind of
well? That was the design. That was the thought process going in. We're similar sized, and what's the difference if they're posting up a guy that's 6'8", a guy that's 6'6"? I mean, there's not there's not a lot of difference, and sometimes that guy that's 6'6" is able to wedge himself and get in front and stay in front and be a little bit more problematic for the offensive post player, and so I think our switching has caused people problems. Now there are some unintended consequences with switching that we have to work on daily because you can be exposed in other ways, and it just inherently causes some other issues that you have to deal with. But if you don't switch, then there are certain things that you have to do to combat what the offense does, and if you do switch, then there are other things that the offense is probably going to do that you have to work to combat. So I would say that the switching has given us more than it's taken away, but at times it's taken away for sure. So we all have our own philosophies of what we're going to sell to kids and that sort of thing, and so they obviously have built their program much like Tony's father did on the concepts of the belief and their commitment to defense, and it's obviously been very effective. But it's interesting because it still comes down to your ability to teach and your ability to get your players, to get the kinds of players that you need to play that way. I'm guessing that at times Virginia Tony's probably been willing to pass up on a more talented offensive player to recruit a guy that he knew that would be able to play on the defensive end the way that he needed him to. And so it goes into your recruiting, it goes into everything you do practice structure wise, but obviously there's a total commitment in every way in that program to this is how we're going to defend and this is how we're going to play, and not only on the defensive end, this is how we're going to play on offense. It's not going to be real fast paced. It's going to be a little more methodical, and they want to get you into their grinder. They just kind of they want to grind you into their style of play, and they're good at it.
So would you like, as a head coach, have you built a program with that one identity in the past, or has it been what's your philosophy? I guess
I think that my philosophy is a little different. Not that I necessarily want to go get all philosophical today, but my philosophy is a little bit different, and I feel like for me to be an effective coach, I need good offensive players. Okay, and now I think we're all looking for the best players that we can get that can play both offense and defense. But if you give me a good offensive player, or my choice between a good offensive player and a good defensive player, I'll take the good offensive player and try to teach him to play defense, and as opposed to the good defensive player and try to teach him how to score. So I think that being good at being good, not great, but being good at defense is a little easier than being good at offense. And now Tony's teams are great at defense, and so And I would say that part of his brilliance as a coach is the ability to make whatever team that he has great at defense. I mean, it seems like every one of their teams is great at defense. So he has to be a great defensive coach. And so